In this video, we will find the answer of 3 questions. The first question is, why should a component re-render? Second one is, when does a component re-render? And the third one is, what happens when a component re-render? We will see the answer of these questions briefly. So the first question is, why should a component re-render? We know that React application is made up of combination of many components, right? So why should a component re-render? Like why should a component re-render? This is the question. To understand that, let's see using using counter program, of course, using previous methods, which made using previous methods. So here is our first question: why should a previous component re-render? So basically, this is a plain JavaScript. This website has made using plain JavaScript, no need of React. Previous, and this is of when we click on this button, its value increases simply. This is the functionality, and I have made it using using plain JavaScript. So see how it's working in plain JavaScript. So here is our element which is displaying this one value. Whenever I am clicking on this button, this function is getting called and it's increasing the value by 1. Here is the value I have defined. Its initial value is 0, and each time it's this method call, its value increase by 1, and I have accessed this element, this one, using its ID and changing its inner text along with and setting its value to newly value, right? This is the basic functionality. Here I am directly manipulating the DOM tree. Like when I click, the value increase from 0 to 1. I am accessing this element, this one, and setting its inner text to value is the value which is value is 0. Second time value is 1, value is 2, value is 3. Here I am directly manipulating the DOM tree, right? Here we were directly manipulating the DOM tree, but let's make the same functionality using React. So here we go. In React, can we do that in? Can we make via same approach? Like when here declare value 1, value 0, then accessing its element in running a function and directly manipulating the DOM. Can we do that in React by hook and by crook? Yes, we can do that. There is no any doubt. By hook and by crook means anyhow we can do that. We can directly manipulate the DOM. But React does not allow this. React does not allow, React does not prefer to allow directly DOM manipulation because of various reasons. So we Now we know that React does not prefer to allow the directly DOM manipulation. Then how we can do that? React provide a simple way. React provide a simple way. Before understanding how we can do that in React and how it's internally working, let's see our previous program, which was based on pure JavaScript, how it's working in a simple, brief way. Here, when this page loaded, right, when the page loaded, it will load its HTML. After its HTML, its JavaScript will be run. It came here in first line. It will make a variable which is value and assign 0 to value. We can see that here as well by clicking, by consoling log value. Yes, see here it's 0. Now it came in this line. It will take this element, right? Access that element, sorry, yes, access that element and keep that reference in P1. Let's print that P1 as well. What it's showing P1. See, here we can see this value is 1, the same element. Now wait, it is coming in this line. It's simply printing run. Here we can see run. Like this is a function. It will not execute it, but it will store it, right? And whenever I am clicking on these buttons, it's running this function, this one. Here it's increasing the value by 1. So when I click, it's increasing the value by 1, right? Now it will print this console log. Here we can see console log inc. Now since we have access to this element, we are changing the inner content, which is value in this case 1, right? That's it. Here we are directly manipulating the DOM. When I again click, same process will happen. Now value is 2. Can we print value? Yes, we can. Let's see the value 2, right? So this is how it's manipulating the DOM and how it's internally working. Now let's see how we can do that in React and how it's internally working. As I told you, we can directly manipulate, like we can do that functionality same way in React also, but that method does not prefer in React, because at there we were directly manipulating the DOM and React discourages us to directly manipulate the DOM because of various reasons. What are those reasons? We will see in later videos. So let's see how we can make the same functionality in React. For that, here we have defined a special variable using a use state. This is the value, and whenever we want to change that value, we use its setter methods. The value is, here we have using JSX, right? Button inc means increase, and click on click event, handle click. Let's make a function const handle click set value +1. Here it is. I am clicking on and it's increasing. Now let's see how internally it's working. See, we know that React does not prefer direct DOM manipulation, right? React does not prefer direct DOM manipulation. So when this component mounts, it will assign here this. Let us firstly make it comment. We don't need it right now. Firstly, it will declare a variable, a special variable using use state. This is the value. Its initial value will be this 0, and this is a what? Setter method. So whenever we want to manipulate this value, we will use this setter method, right? Here whenever I am clicking, this method is getting called, invoked. In that we have used that method, the same method. The value is we are passing is value +1, means previous value +1, next time it became 1, then 2, then 3, and so on. Now see how it's internally working. Let's see how it's internally working. For that, let me make console a render. See, and this is a special variable. See, this one is a special variable which is known as a state. This one is a special variable which is known as a state. And this is what? Not a special variable. This is a variable which we use to declare from the beginning, ordinary method. Let us print its value as well. Here count. Yes, since this is a special variable defined using React, what React says that if you want to manipulate this value, you need to use this method. We have used that method here, right? What it's doing, it's setting the taking previous value right from here, and in adding it 1 and setting two values. Since whenever this method calls, always remember, whenever this method calls, Reacts re-render that component. Whenever this method getting called, React re-render the whole component. Since this method is defined in this component, it will re-render that component. Let's see. See, let me close this and open a new one. I am opening it for the first time. It's printing render 0, right? When I clicking, see its value become 1, and it's again re-render with value this count 0. Again I change, click on this method getting called, and it's re-renders, right? What it's doing internally, see, as I told you, whenever this method, like this method calls reacts re-render, but it does not re-render that component immediately. It's remember that, okay, here I have passed two things, value plus 1, so it will take, initially it will take 0 plus 1, which will be 1. So now it will remember that whenever the component re-render next time, I will have to set this value to 1. So when this method finished executing, then the component re-render and this set method will be return a value which will be 1 and stored here in this value. Now it's become 1. Here it will print 1. When I click it second time, it will take value from here which is 1, and 1 plus 1 2. Now when it prints executing this method, always remember it does not immediately re-render the component. Firstly it's finish executing the component. Let me drink water first. Okay, so whenever it's finished executing method this method, then it will re-render that component. At that time it remembers that, okay, at the next time I have to make it 1, so make it at 2 in the second time, so it will return a value which will be stored here in 2. Again this whole component will be what evaluated one by one, and when it's occur there, its value will be 2. This is how reacts. This is why component re-renders. So what is the answer? The answer is, what I can say, a component should re-render to display the new value, like newly created value. A component should re-render to display the new value. That's it. Why should a component re-render? Because it should re-render to display the new value. For example, let's take another value. Value 2 is count. Remember, I declared, hey, this one is the local ordinary variable, we can say. Let me give its value 0, and whenever and increase that count by 1, print it as well here. Console.log, first we will print value, then we will print count. Now see, now I click on increase button, this method will called. Here what will happen, it will increase that count by 1, this value. Now can we increase the value by value plus 1 1? No, we can't do this because this is an this has been defined using const, so we can't do that, right? Here what it's doing, increasing the value, this value by 1, and we are printing. Let's click on this and see what is this output, this one. So here its value become, let me refresh this. Yes, click. The value is 0 and count is 1. Remember I told you it does not immediately change the value, this one. It does not change. Firstly, it's finish this execution of this method, this function. That's why here I have printed, it's displaying the previous value, which is 0, and this is count. Since it is defined count, right? It's printed count, but since this method has been called, now it will re-render the component. As it's re-render, it's again come in this line. It's saying that let count is equal to 0. So it will define a variable count. Its value will be 0. It's printing render 0. See here, it's render 0. It's not printing 1. We increased that 1, right? Increase that value by 1. If we increase that value by 10 plus is equal to 10, see, it will, here it is 10, but again it's become 0, because when the component re-render, it will again define freshly count variable, and here it's printing count, right? But in case of this, the setter, since this is an special variable which is defined using use state, its value will be remembered from previous component, and in this re-render it will set the previous value plus 1. Each time it is also getting initialized. This value is also getting initialized, no doubt, but this is but since it is an special variable, so this set method will remember the value from here, right? And this it's remember the value from here, and it's returning the newly value. That's why it is 1 2 3 4 5, because it's remember. But since it is an ordinary variable, each time it is increasing by 1, but at re-render time its value is 0. See, and as you can see here, I have used that value is count. Each time it is 0, because each time at render it's 0, so it will display 0. Its value become here increasing by 1, right? But since we are not manipulating the directly DOM, so it will not increase the value from 0 to 1. And when the component re-render, again it's declared to 0, a new variable define count to 0, and that's why it will define and display 0. But in this case we have used a special variable which is known as state. So at each re-render, it's this set value remembers the previous value plus 1, like it at each re-render it's know that what I have to return, what I have to put here in this value. That's why it's printing, it's displaying the newly value at each time. So I hope it is clear that why should a component re-render. Now there is one point we should not use. If we want to change value here, we should not use this ordinary variable. We should always use useState. This is my point. Now we have second question. When does a component re-render? When does a component re-render? Like when does a component re-render? So you may have heard that a component re-render. Let me why. This is why. Now we have second question. When you may have heard that when a state change a component what I am doing re-render. You may have heard that when a state change the component re-render, which is true. Yes, I agree with that, which is true. But let's see, is it really true? Let's see. Like this is an state. We have defined it using const, right? We can also define it using let. Will there be a problem? No, there will not be a problem. In this way, now we can modify it. Let me hide this. Now we can modify this value. Now let's click on this increase button and see what is this, what here it will print. Previously it was 10. It's printed 10. Let me refresh. It's printed 10, right? Here count is equal to count plus 2. This will be same as count is equal to count plus 10. That's why it is increasing by 10. Now here I have said value plus plus. So initially it was 0. Now it's become 1. Since this is an state, it changes. Does it re-render? No, because if it re-render, then we must display this re-render, this content here. And see here, it's not not changing the UI. Again I click, it's became 2. Does it re-render? No, and it's not changing here as well. See here, value is changing, no doubt. That's why it is printing here 5, and here it is now printing 50, because the component is not re-rendering. And since initially it was 0, when I run this function for the first time, it's become 10. Second time it's become 20. Third time it's become 40, and it's not re-rendering. That's why it is not re-initializing. Can you observe here? Here the state is changing, but it's not re-rendering. See here, its value is 13, but here we can see 0. It's not changing. So my conclusion is that a component re-render when a state changes using its set method, using this set method, a component re-render a component re-render when a state change using its set method. Here its set method is value, set value. So since we do not have called set value, that's why it's not rendering. And now let's increase, now let's enable this. See what will happen. See, this is 0. I clicked, it became 2. Why? Let's see. When it came here, it's increasing the count by 10, right? Here its value increasing. Now this has been defined using late. See, this has been defined using late. That's why we are able to change. So from 0 it became 1, and now since it became 1 and 1 plus 1 2, here it will not immediately re-render. It will re-render only when it's finished the execution of this method. That's why when we are printing here, it's printing 2, 1 the previous, because here it has become 1, right? And it's printing 10. Now it's finished its execution. The component re-render, it will set to 0. Here it will print render 0, right? Now this set value method will return a value, set this value to 2. Remember here it was changed to 1 and 1 plus 1 2. That's why it's increasing 2. When I click, now it will increase by 2. When I remove this, it will increase by 1. So when does a component re-render? A component re-render when its state value will be changed via set method. This is the answer. Now there is a other scenario when a component re-render. The other scenario is when it re-render when its prop change. So there is two scenario when a component re-render. The first scenario is when the state changes. The second scenario is when its prop changes. Let's see how a prop changes. Let's see. Let's prove this point. For that, I will have to make a new component. Can I take previous component? No. Let me make count. T count JS. So let me make a dummy, what I can say, dummy UI h1 in count component. Is it here we are HR printing a importing that component. See, yes, here count component, this one. Let me define a console.log count component. See, let me close it and open a new 3000. Yes, it opens. See, for the first time it render, and see it render, it's printing this one here. Why it's printing two times? Just ignore that. And now we have another component, this count, and this, in this we have this console, that's why it's printing. Let's change the value. Since when I change the value, see here it's re-rendering both the component, re-rendering both the component. This component re-renders this one, main one, and this child component also re-renders. Why? Because whenever parent component re-renders, child components also re-render. This is the third point. When parent component re-render, child component also re-render, but we can prevent from re-rendering of child component. Since here in this example, this is an example, this parent component is re-rendering because I am here changing the value. Since parent component is re-rendering, the child component is also re-rendering, but this is optional. We can prevent it from re-rendering via some methods, via some techniques. What was our point? Our point was where it's re-render when so let me prevent this one. Firstly prevent this one, so that's why I will able to explain this one. We can prevent this one by via using a method called import memo. Yes, this memo from React. Now let me wrap this. How I can wrap? For that I need to make it not functional component, this one. Memo. Yes. What it's take, how we can use that. Firstly let me uh, let me I need to revise. Is it working? No, it will not work. This is this one, react.memo. How I use this? Let me see. where it's making I need to see it from ChatGPT. Count react.memo. Yes, it is. Oh, yes. Let me define it from the beginning, because here we have parenthesis differences. Now it will work completely fine. Why it's saying runtime error? Hmm. So I was missing this parenthesis. See, and it has this one. See, now when I am clicking, this one is not printing. Why? Because it's not re-rendering. Uh, because it's preventing from re-rendering. As you can see, this one is in initial time it's printed. This method calls, but whenever now I am increasing this component, count component is not re-rendering. Here parent component is re-rendering, no doubt, but child component is not re-rendering. So as I said, its child component re-renders if the component is child component, then it's re-render when its parent component re-render, but we can prevent it from re-rendering. Now let me prove this point. So here I have prevented it from re-rendering. Now here is the second scenario. It re-render when its prop changes. Here this is the parent component and this is the child component. I have said that the child component re-render when its prop changes. So let me take some props value. Yes, for that let me hmm, what I can do. Let me think for a moment. Hmm. Let me define it using const value 2 value 2 use state 10, and let me remove this one. Now I am using value 2 here, and inc2. For that I am using inline function value 2 plus 1. Yes, see here. Uh, hmm. See here I have increasing. Why it's increasing the both one on click set value to let me see. Oh, because oh no, it should not. Let me remove this one as well. When I am clicking on this, handle click one is working, and set value 1. Yes. This should not happen. This must not happen. Value 2 plus 1. Why it's okay? This is because we are at the board place we have printed the same value here. Now see, value t is 10. Initially it is 10. Yes, it is 10. So when I am clicking here, see, only this value is changing. And why this component is re-rendering? Yes, because let me, where it is, this one. Okay, so let see, here I am clicking, this value is increasing. When I am clicking here, its second value is increasing, completely fine. Now let me prove this point. When its probe changes, let me send a probe which is value, this value. Here I have taken value, right? Make uh, count value is value. Let me save it. See, now when I am clicking, both component is re-rendering, the parent one and the child one as well. Why? Because here I have passed the value. Since when I am clicking here, INC, the value is changing. That's why the parent component is changing and the child component is changing. Sorry, re-rendering. But when I am clicking on this, the parent component is re-rendering, but the child component is not re-rendering. Why? Because here the value is not changing. Here this value, this second value is changing. When I am clicking here, this value t2 is changing, and since the value t changes, the parent component is re-rendering, but here the value 2 is not the probe of this component. That's why the this component is not re-rendering. But when this value is changing value, the child component is re-rendering. So as I said, it's re-render when its probe changes. So here probe is changing, that the component is re-rendering, the child component. But when I am clicking on this, the child component is not re-rendering because it is not the probe. Let me click INC. Here see, child component re-renders because its value change, its probe changes. So always remember, till now there are 3 scenarios when a component re-render. The first one is when its component the component re-render when its state changes. Second, it's re-render when its probe changes. Third one is it's re-render when parent component re-render, but we can prevent it from re-rendering. So this is optional. Let me introduce, here is also a component. Like when this state changes here in the child component, does parent component needed to be re-render? No. Let me uh, count set count use state 0. Before using reuse state, always remember to import it. We can import, now we can use it like this. We don't need to import it like this. We need to import it like this. P count is count, and buttons inc count set count plus 1. Let me rephrase it. See here, when I increase this parent component re-render, it checks does this in changes. Yes, it changes, its prop changes, so this child components also re-render. When I click on this in value 2, since child parent component re-render, but its prop does not changes, that's why the child component is not re-rendering. Now here I am increasing from component itself. See here, component is child component is re-rendering, that's why it is printing this one, only this one. See, but parent component is not re-rendering. Now here, because this set is present in this component only, that's why it is re-rend on, this is only re-rendering when I am changing this value. So this is for it. We have I think we have given answer of this question. Now this is the third question. What happen when a component re-render? Let me drink some water. Like, what happens when a component re-render? See, we will see. Oh. Now we are going to discuss our third question. What happens when a component re-render? See, when I am changing the state, the component is re-rendering. Now let's see what is happening when a component re-render. So when the component render for the first time, it will we know that JavaScript execute from top to bottom. This will also happen in React as well, right? So here it is encounter at the first line. Here count will be created. This count variable will be created, and value 0 will be stored in it. Then this line will execute. Here it will print render count 0. Since it is 0 at the first time, it will print 0. For this we can see practical. Let me open. See, here it's printed 0. Now it will come at this point. This is a special variable which is known as state. This use state will take 0 as an argument and return two things. The first one is this value itself. We have stored here in this variable, and a function. That function will be set value. The same will happen in this case. Since this is an function, it will stored in JavaScript, but it will not it will execute invoked when needed. When the state changes, right, when we are clicking on here, it's a state changes, right? Now it's re-render. At the re-render time, again this count will be created and 0 will be stored in this. Again this will execute. Again this will be execute. And here we have printed render count. Now again it is 0. Again it will print render count. See, here it is printing 0 at each render. Now this will not run. This use state will not run. This method will be, since we have used this method, why component re-renders? Because we have called this method, right? Since this methods remember that what value we have to set next time based on the previous value. Since here at the first time it was 0 and 0 plus 1 1, so this value will be again created. Now the set value will assign the value 1 in that variable. Now this is use state, right? It's what is its previous value? Since we have not called this, it will return the previous value, which was 10. Initially we have returned 10, right? So it will, that value 10 will be stored here. And now this is again this function will again be created, but it will not invoke. It will invoke only when needed, right? If since we have only this functionality, if we have use effect, then at the render time, and we have a dependency here, then at the render time this will compare whether the value changes. Yes, value changes, then it will return execute this function. Value changes, let me save it. And now console.log, and now see, I clicked, these all runs, right? When it's come here, this will only run when it's finish executing this all the states. So this value changes at the re-render time. It will compare whether this value is changes or not. Since it is changes, it will call this method. See here, and what is printing? Value changes. That's why it is printing. Let me click. Each time it's printing render, and here child component, count component. Why? Because I have made it, passed it, and here says that if this component, this value changes, then re-render this whole component. That's why it is printing. And here it's at each re-render it will check whether this value changes or not. Since it is changing, that's why it's executing this function, this one. Now let me increase this one. Can you see? It's only printing this render one. Why it's not printing count? Because since count is not the prop, and we have made that it's only re-render when its prop changes. So prop does not change, it will not re-render. And here its value, we have made that run this component as function only when this value change. Since by when we are clicking this num2 increase 2, this one is changing, value 2 is changing. That's why this function is not calling. What if we add this as well, value 2? Now I will click on this, value changes. I am clicking, see, value changing. This function is also getting called. Remove this, now increase, only this one is not executing. So what happens when a component re-render? It's initializing the local variables, simple variables. Then this one is executing according to set methods. The set methods assign the value according to the previous value if it has changed or not. Then use effect, if there is an use effect, then it will compare that whether its dependency has changed or not. If the dependency has changed, it will call this method, otherwise it will not call that method. So I hope you have cleared this whole thing. Thank you very much.